So the big news is the National Association of Realtors, NAR's settlement for about $418 million in response to a class action lawsuit. This class action lawsuit alleges that NAR and its members, Realtor members like me, were basically colluding to keep commissions at a set rate. And it also included, this commission included paying the buyer's agent, which is typical. So a realtor may be hired by a home seller to sell their home, and the realtor might say, this is what I charge. Such and such percent of the sale price is going to be my fee, the commission. And what's funny about what I'm hearing in the news is the commission has always been negotiable. Here in the state of California, it is illegal for us agents to say anything along the lines of the standard rate or the going rate, or this is the rate that us agents charge. And you're not allowed to say that. What I will say though, hopefully this won't get me in trouble, a lot of agents have been charging 6%, 5%, and so on. And so some agents may say, oh, sorry, Mr. Seller, I cannot reduce my fee. The going rate is that, right? And so that's what's kind of funny, because some of these news outlets are saying the standard rate, is like whatever they're saying it is. But that's not really true. And I imagine most states also have that same law or rule that agents cannot say the standard rate is this, whatever that is. So that's one thing that's kind of, I think, incorrect and not entirely, or they're getting it wrong. Sellers have always been able to negotiate the rates. It just depends on how good of a salesman, I guess, the home seller is, or how the negotiation skills are on either side. A strong listing agent will be able to negotiate a better rate and convince the seller that they are worth that rate. So that's one thing. The other thing is that so to explain, what the seller pays to their listing agent as a commission, the seller's agent, the listing agent, will typically share a portion of that, usually half, to whichever agent brings the buyer and fulfills the sale. So if it's, let's say, 5%, the listing agent will keep half, 2.5, and offer 2.5 to the buyer's agent. And this will be clearly stated in the multiple listing service, the MLS. And so it'll say, listing agents offering this much commission to the buyer's agent. With this settlement, the MLSs will now not be able to give that information out starting July 2024. So what does that mean? So it just means that that information is not available. And I guess the reason why is because steering. Buyer's agents will look at, oh, this one's offering the most cooperating selling agent's commission. I'll show my buyers this one as opposed to one that's offering less. And so, as a buyer's agent, you shouldn't be doing that, but I guess some agents have, and that possibility is always there. If you're a buyer, you hire agents, how do you know, you're seeing everything? Maybe there's a great deal, but they're paying the agents less, so your buyer's agent, might skip that one because they're not going to get paid as much. Along with that, it'll be required that if you hire a buyer's agent, that you will have to sign a buyer's agent agreement, or your buyer's agent will want you to sign an agreement saying that you're hiring that agent for such and such period of time, and you will pay that agent a certain amount or percentage of the sales price. However it is, the form clearly lays out what those amounts will be. What I think might happen is sellers and sellers' agents will still charge whatever they've been charging and share that still with the buyer's agent. They just can't disclose now on the MLS, they can't publish how much they're willing to share. And so that can be kind of tricky too, because now that sellers agents, listing agents are not required to share that, there's no obligation, I guess, to share anything with the buyer's agent. So now it'll be up to the buyer's agent to negotiate getting paid out of the seller's commission to the listing agent. I hope that makes sense. So whereas buyers agents would just see on the MLS, okay, I'm going to get paid this much if I help sell this house. If my clients buy this house, seller's agent, the listing agent will pay me this amount from their commission. With that information gone, it will be up to the buyer's agent now to say, here's my client's offer. We ask that you pay me, the buyer's agent, this much money. So in a competitive bidding situation, sellers will now have possibly another aspect or another price to look at when considering all these offers. Like, let's say all the offers came in at the same price, but the buyer agent commissions are at different amounts. That may affect which buyer a seller will go with, and so on. You can kind of see where that's going. Now, if things do not continue the way it has, with just this one slight change where buyer's agent share is not published, then yes, it will be cheaper for sellers to sell, because maybe now, well, home sellers might say, hey, Mr. Listing Agent, you're no longer having to pay the buyer's share, so I should just pay you half of what you're asking for. Now, if you're on the buying side, you're gonna have to pay this buyer's commission, buyer's agent fee, which could be all across the board. There could be some so-called discount brokers that will charge maybe a flat fee, and there will be some that will still go by the old model or the traditional model where it's a percentage of the sales price, which can get very expensive here in Los Angeles. Anyways, I wanted to add my 2 cents to all the news that's going around about this settlement, and I hope that helps you. If you thought so, please click like and subscribe for more content. This is Dale.shin, LA Area Realtor. If you need help buying or selling a house in Los Angeles, don't hesitate to give me a call.